As-salamu alaykum, Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam.
Sayyidi, how does Allah's warning in the story of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam about rejecting signs apply to our Tariqa life when we ignore the teachings of the Tariqa and the Shaykh?
That's why the Tariqa is a school of adab, so that to teach people to have the manners. With the understanding that we talked about the night before, Sayyidina Isa liked to show miracles. The danger is too, the one who saw the miracle, now he's in big trouble, because how is he going to tell Allah, I didn't know? Allah's going to ask him, no, you saw it, you saw what he did, that was miraculous. So now you create for the people whom are seeing your miracle a dilemma, because if they don't believe they are immediately going to be punished. And then two, their nafs is not going to accept the miracle. What will happen with the miracle is they become jealous. The whole time they're whispering to themselves, who do they think they are, I should have that. Then they keep complaining to the Divine that they want that power, they want that ability. So tariqah comes to teach the manners of having good manners, and the barakah and the blessings that you see. That's why meditate. How can you have a tariqah which the shaykhs don't teach tafakkur? If you don't teach tafakkur, then what happens? There's nobody sitting and slowing down that, what did he just say? What just happened? Then when they sit in a zikr and argue with each other, they don't go home and meditate and think, what was bad? What did I say wrong and why did that happen? Everything about the tariqah is to sit in tafakkur, is to go back home and evaluate and analyze. Did I say anything bad to anyone? Did I harm anything? Why did we get in an argument of this? Why did we do like that? Why did it say like that? And the tariqah is wholly based on analyzing oneself so that I can perfect myself with the time Allah has given to us. So how is Allah going to purify you is with the people around you. If you're near a center, then the center. Everybody in the center going to purify each other, everybody coming to the center going to be dressed by that. And if you're near a center, has a tremendous amount of light. So that light is a dressing and a blessing that takes away difficulties from people, and the presence of the shaykhs and awliya are there. So people come to take away their burdens and to be dressed by realities. But wherever people are, if they're not there, then the testing will be through their homes, through their relationships, through their work. Because you're not at a center, so Allah will make everything around you like a center. And then the shaykh's nazar is upon the person to see what are their characteristics. So everything in the tariqah is based on the manners. If we have good manners, we meditate, contemplate, do our salawats, do all of these practices, then follow the guidance. That's when the shaykh is saying, make the comments, support the different programs, support the different realities, spread these teachings. Then if the person doesn't do those things, and then they come back and have regret that things didn't open for me, that I didn't seem like I achieved anything, that Allah gave me this time to participate but I didn't really take advantage of everything that Allah has sent to me. And people then have regret. As we said in our life, you're going to invest your time in something. If you're investing your time in people, then you'll find regret in that time, because the amount of time you invested in them and things don't work out the way you wanted it to be, and it's too late to take anything back. But if you invest your time with Muhammadun Rasulullah with your reality, there's never regret, because every moment in that time there was a growth, there was a development, there was lights and blessings and experiences, and those experiences you take for all of eternity. There's no regret. But the ones whom chose, no, I'll spend time with people, then they have an immense regret, because at the end those people didn't seem to be what they were meant or what you thought they would be. And that becomes the whole situation of dunya. So what Allah gives of us of these times and these realities, we try to take the best advantage of it, reach its realities, reach its understandings, even now more so with everything that's coming. You know, every day they're saying there's all these UFOs in the sky all over major cities and military sites, and they're saying, no, it's foreign, it's foreign. If it was foreign they would be shooting it down with rockets. They know what it is and they're not telling the people what it is. Is this going to be where they come now and start to show themselves, the jinn? But things are happening very fast. So there's not a time to be out in the dark by yourself, but to be strongly connected to the tariqah, and that every day your love growing for the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, because we're all in need of Sultanun Nasir, that to be in the presence of the authorized Sultan which is Sayyidina Muhammad, and that we have to be in that presence, we have to feel that presence, and that we have to receive our certificate from that reality. And alhamdulillah.